Akashia is a sort of the royal family of Arsas, and it's the only sort that can neutralize magic. I really like its design, so I want to recreate it. I just need to have it. Here is my mood board, which I collected from the books. As you can see, it looks a little different on each picture, so I will try my best to stick to some shape. I made a blueprint in Blender, then print it out. I always forgetting how to print it from Blender, so I probably need to write it down for the next time. Now it's time to cut it out. Just look at this beauty. Those are my first left-handed scissors, which my husband kindly got for me. It's very comfortable, I love it. And now it's time to test it on real beast. The paper dummy is done. I support it with a stick to hold the shape. It's not a real size, because I want to use fewer materials, so it won't be as costly. And now it's foam time, but no, the beast stands guard. I want to use as much leftover materials as I can, which I have from my previous projects. For support of the blade, I'm gonna use bicycle spokes from my Diablo sword, and PVC pipe for the handle from my WoW book. For the blade, I'm gonna use these sample sheets. I will start from the blade. Transferred it to the foam. Done! Now I cut it out. This foam has an intensity of 2000 and it's very difficult to cut it. Glue it together. I made a hole in the center for the support stick. I tried to do it with a soldering iron, but it was taking forever, so I switched to the sanding. What is this monstrosity, you would ask? I needed to glue 2 pieces of bicycle spokes together. And I tried glue, which should glue anything, but it didn't work for me. So I did what I did, and it worked fine, so good enough for me. I glued it with a hot gun, cover it with a contact cement and glue it together. And now I have this monstrosity. I promise it will get better. Drew orienteers for the fuller of the blade. I cut off the excess foam and sand it down. It took a lot of time because of the density of the foam, but it will make swords stronger, so it's good. This is how it looks so far. And now the fuller part. It took me forever to do it. I couldn't figure out how to do it properly. So I just did a few circles and smoothed it. That was basically whole my process. It's definitely the wrong way to do it. And there is probably a better and faster way to do it. If you know it, tell me, please. To the crossguard part. I cut out several layers of this shape, glue them together, and sand them. So far, so good. I cannot believe it's actually worked. Whatever it is part, I imagine it as 3 layers, and I will do it from the bottom layer to the top. I cut out the piece of the foam and glue it to the top, and send them to the shape I needed to have. Small test to see what it looks so far. It's starting to look like a real sword. On top I added Warbler material. It was my first time using it. You have to heat it and then you can sculpt it as you wish. After heating, it becomes warm and flexible. I heat it again and added some details to it. The same with the second and third layers.
Wow!
I was worried about this part and I cannot believe it worked out. Time for the handle. I glue foam around PVC pipe. Secured it with a tape to be sure. I sand it down and fill the gaps with soft foam. Test with all parts of the handle. I love how it looks after sanding. Glued all handle parts together. Now to the part I've been avoiding all this time and thought, I will do it later. I used Warbler for stability and added soft foam on the top. I drew orienteers for details on the handle. This is me trying to figure out how and with what to do it. I honestly have no idea. I tried to do it with Warbler, and it worked. The details are very small, and it wasn't very comfortable to work with Warbler here. But in the end, I like it. And hey, I have no idea what I'm doing, so... This is how it looks so far. The handle details don't look exactly the same on both sides, but that's okay. It already looks much better than I imagine I can do. For the base, I mix flex bond and black paint to prepare it for the painting. I know it doesn't look very black right now, but it will get better when it's dry. I love it so much. It looks much better when it's one solid color. Very excited to paint it. First, base colors. I tried to add a little violet on the handle. It's not as visible, but I think it's an important detail. The base colors are done. Now time to add some shading and dirt. It will give the sword more life. Probably overdid a little with the dirt. Well. The last detail is the wraps. I have some fabric from my previous project. It's not exact color, so I painted it in the darker color. Wrapped it. And it's done. It turned out great. This is my most challenging project so far. I cannot believe I actually managed to do it. It was very fun to build it, so I'm very happy with the result. And now I have one more sword in my arsenal. Someday I will build a stand for them.